I saw what I saw. I was in. I was all the way in. Good evening, everybody. I'm Rashida Ali, Columbus, Georgia, Fort Benning, Georgia, and Phoenix City, Alabama is my stomping ground. I'd like to welcome you all to our Thursday night Zoom. I've got to tell you guys, I am so happy to be down 41 pounds. I am happy that I have no more pain in my body. I was in bad shape about a year ago. I've been on the Feel Great system since May of 22nd, 2024. And within days, I knew something new was in my life for real, for real. But you know what? I won't tell you anymore about me because we have a young man that's waiting for me to tell you who he is. And I've got to tell you, I would love to introduce to you our presenter this evening. He has positioned himself where money is no longer an issue. He loves to help people and he is a lot of fun. Now, he is a lot of other things. I've heard Coach talk about him, but you're going to learn for yourself. Most importantly, the one thing you're about to learn tonight is that he knows all the facts about this business. And we thank you for coming on. You're about to get something that is awesome. Let me introduce to some and present to others the one and the only one, Mr. John Hilliard. Let's hear it for him. Yay. Come on, John.
Thank you very much. Your Royal Highness. I call her Your Highness because she's the Queen, Queen Rashida. All the way from Radio 93.7 R&B. Did I get the numbers right?
Well, it depends on what year you're talking about.
All right, from Columbus all the way up to New York City, back to Columbus, and yeah, thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. And I want to thank all of y'all for joining us tonight. Let's go ahead and get your cameras on. We get much better engagement. We can see your beautiful faces. We're going to present to you all the information about this system. You're going to get a chance to ask your questions. We're going to give you plenty of answers. I want to thank my team for showing up. Definitely glad to see y'all. I would not be where I am without the support of all of you. So without any further delay, let me go ahead and start sharing my screen here and share with everybody why I entertain the thought of getting involved with such a wonderful, and powerful mission. So just give me 1 second here. Here we go. Everybody can see my screen, correct?
Yes, sir.
Correct? All right, great. Okay. Now, I'm a truck driver. Okay, I've been driving trucks for about 20 years, and I've always been that happy-go-lucky guy. Always coming around, ready to entertain, ready to make people laugh, had a big smile on my face. I was always a big teddy bear. Okay, and everybody just loved John, but deep down inside, y'all, I was struggling. Lots of pain, fatty liver, leaky gut, brain fog. Plus, I was gaining weight. This picture right here that you're looking at was the heaviest I've ever been. I was getting close to 400 pounds. 400. I did not want to see that number run across my scale. And yeah, I knew I had to do something because not only was I, getting worse in my health, but I noticed that other people around me were starting to punch that clock for the last time, if y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay. So in the midst of trying to count calories, which was, proven itself to be useless, I came across these products that we're going to talk about tonight. And when I got on them, I decided to make this video. This tells my story from day one. So just sit back, listen, and enjoy.
Everyone has seen this picture. Yeah, that's all 373.6 pounds of me. Truck driving definitely takes a toll on your health. Achy joints, out of breath just walking to the building, tired all the time, brain fog, waking up with headaches every morning. I knew I had to do something, but everything that I had tried in the past just wasn't working. So I heard about the Feel Great system and decided to give it a try. Hey, what did I have to lose? They say there's a 90-day money-back guarantee, so I decided to give it a shot. Okay, here we go. Tastes good. Well, after being on the system without dieting and no exercise, here's what I look like now. About 100 pounds down and still dropping. Now what are you waiting on? Here's the info to get started.
All right, so yeah, that's my story, y'all. No dieting, no exercise. I do encourage dieting, well, watching what you eat and exercising. But regardless of what you do, however busy your lifestyle is that you're going to find out later on, you're going to see results. Okay, so here's where I found myself. I got caught up in what I call that truck driver trade-off. Now, what is that? Well, it's where, you seem to not really have a lot of time to spend with your friends and family because as a truck driver, you're always gone. Okay. And even though it can be a good job, you make some very, very decent money driving trucks. I ain't gonna lie. But when those wheels aren't rolling, you can ask any truck driver. They'll tell you the same thing. When those wheels are not rolling, you're not making any money. But more importantly than any of that, my health and my weight become a major, major concern in my life. Okay. But everyone here is not a truck driver. I understand that. You too might also have a busy lifestyle that's keeping you on the go, running back and forth. So let me just ask the question. If you had all the time and all the money in the world, would you agree that it'd be pretty difficult to enjoy without great health, right? Raise your hand if you agree with that statement. Yeah? Everybody agree with that? Cool. And, just focusing again on truck drivers, it's a very stressful job. Traffic, weather, DOT, crazy drivers, it's long and odd hours. We got 11 hours to drive during the day, 14 hours to get it done, 70 hours during the week where everyone else is working 40. And the food out there on the road is, let's just be honest, it's not the best in the world. So let me share with everybody a few disturbing facts. 90% of the adults in America are metabolically unhealthy. High blood pressure, cholesterol, blood sugar problems. You're at an all-time high. There's a lot of people suffering from unwanted fat and low energy. I was definitely among those. Over 100 million adults in the U.S. are currently dealing with diabetes or pre-diabetes, and you cannot convince me otherwise. I was headed in that direction. Never been diagnosed as a diabetic, but the way that my body was aching, I was headed that way. Heart disease, we all know this one. It's the number one cause of death in the world, and even childhood obesity is growing at an alarming rate. I mean, why are we hearing about preteens and children even younger than 10 already being diabetic? And just one more time to focus on truck drivers, you can see down here at the bottom of the screen, truck drivers are twice as likely to struggle with obesity, check. 50% more susceptible to diabetes, headed in that direction, check. Twice as likely to smoke, didn't do that, thank God. But prone to hypertension, 87%. My blood pressure was climbing. A lot of truck drivers struggle with this. They go to that DOT physical and get that unfortunate news. Sorry, driver, we got to give you a 3-month medical card, or you cannot drive at all. That's not good for your stress levels. Sleep disorders are also very, very common. Now, you would agree that we do have a problem, right? Raise your hand if you agree with that. Looking at taking all this into consideration.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the reason behind some of the problems is our modern day food environment. From the moment we get up, we go to the kitchen and we are just bombarded by all the names of these companies that we've come to know and love, ready to feed us those 5 major food groups. What are they? It's a high fructose corn syrup, artificial ingredients, refined carbohydrates, low nutrients, low fiber. Okay, those are not the real 5 major food groups, but y'all know what I'm talking about. You get the point. It's very, very addictive. But we know the processed stuff is bad for us. Okay, even the produce, the agriculture. As a truck driver, I've been places, I've seen things. Okay, you go to the grocery store and you notice that the produce is just big, juicy, plump, just how we like it. How did it get that way? It wasn't always that big. Look at these pictures, showing the comparisons on how small things used to be in comparison to now. Even the size of these chickens are the size of small puppies nowadays, as in comparison to way back in the 50s. Farm-raised fish as opposed to wild-caught fish. And the grains, all of the fiber is being stripped out of them, leaving only the starch. And starch is nothing but chains of sugar. Talk about a glucose spike. Hey, rice, your pasta, your breads, it's all been processed and it's causing insulin resistance. All right. So what is insulin resistance? Well, here's a few signs of insulin resistance. And as I go through these, ask yourself the question, are you or somebody that you know dealing with any of these? Skin tags around your neck. I mean, they're basically harmless, but they're not the sexiest thing in the world. But it is a sign of insulin resistance. Okay. Or that discoloration that you might notice. The old people used to say, hey, you didn't wash behind your neck good. Got news for you. That ain't dirt. That ain't dirt. It's pigmentation. And it's a sign of insulin resistance. Constant hunger, inability to lose weight. What is this? I don't care. Just give me a whole lot of it. You go on this diet, that diet, those diet, these diets. Nothing's working. Okay. And it's not that diets don't work. They're just typically unsustainable. Cravings for salt and sugar. You know, gotta have the chips, gotta have the cookies, gotta have the candies. Okay? There's a holiday just about every month. Mother's Day is coming up. Who's already got the chocolates? Hey, migraines, aches and pains. You wake up, with headaches. I used to wake up with headaches frequently on the truck. Thought it was my blood pressure or my cholesterol levels. I don't know. Those are typically known as silent killers. But one thing that I do know is that it's a sign of insulin resistance. Fatigue, you wake up tired, you get up and go, got up and went. Or after having that big meal, I know what I'm getting ready to talk about, you feel you got the itis. Oh, baby, that was a good meal. You really stuck your foot in it this time. Time to go take me a nap. Yeah, we used to walk that stuff off. Now we sleep it off. And speaking of touching your stomach, if you touch the top part of your stomach and it's hard, that's probably visceral fat that you're feeling. That ain't no six pack. Some of y'all trying to play it off. Check out my six pack. How hard is it? No. It's visceral fat. It's caked around your organs and it's dangerous. Okay, organs are supposed to expand and contract as blood, fluid, and other things flow through them. If they can't do that, then they're not functioning correctly, and that could be dangerous. All right. All those are signs of insulin resistance. So I ask the question again: are you or somebody that you know dealing with any of these signs? Let's see a show of hands. Y'all recognize any of these? Well, the answer could be very, very simple. You can get rid of insulin resistance. You can get rid of most health problems, right? Let's go ahead and pivot a little bit and talk about the company behind these two powerful products. I'm going to ask Queen Rashida to go ahead and help me out with this. She did such a wonderful job with the introduction. I know she can.
Thank you, John. It's my pleasure. The name of our company is Unicity International, and this is their newest facility in Las Vegas, Nevada. It was formerly known as Rexall Drugs. Unicity was founded in 2001 when Rexall merged with Enrich International. In 2006, top Unicity distributor Mr. Stuart Hughes, who has over 3 decades of experience, became the CEO and owner of the company. Now, under his leadership, Unicity has become totally debt-free and is also recognized as one of the top 500 privately held companies in the United States. We're currently doing business in over 60 countries and support over 20 languages worldwide. Unicity's sole mission is to make life better. Unicity holds a very strong position within the wellness industry, which is on track to becoming a $1 trillion industry over the next 8 to 10 years and is predicted to create 10 million new millionaires. We are Unicity International. Thank you, John.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. Now, all that raises a very interesting question. Y'all heard what she said, $1 trillion industry. I'm just curious. Let's see a show of hands. Who would like just a slice of that $1 trillion pot? Break me off a million or two. I wouldn't mind. That could set you up for life, wouldn't it? Agree with that statement? It would definitely change. All right, let's get back to the subject here and talk about our flagship product, which is the Feel Great System. It consists of 2 powerful food-based products. There's Unimate Tea and Unicity Balance. I'm going to ask my partner, Mr. Dennis Williams, to go ahead and talk about the Unimate.
Thank you, John. All right, John, our flagship product is called the Feel Great System. Now, which consists of 2 powerful food-based products, Unimate Tea and the Unicity Balance. First up is the Unimate Tea. It helps you feel great all day. It boosts your mood and physical performances. It boosts your mental clarity, helps with brain fog, supports mental health. Now, it suppresses the hungers and the cravings for sweets, salty foods, as you mentioned. It gives you 10 times the feel-good elements in a daily cup of coffee without the crashes or the jitters. Now, it can be enjoyed hot or cold. I like mine's cold. Some people like it hot. We also go through a 5-step process, which includes handpick the leaves, we fire roast it, we extract it, we concentrate it, and we send it through a vigorous purification process. We own the farm. From the farm to the manufacturer to the second to your bottle. That is the Unimate tea. Thank you, John.
All right, thank you, Mr. Williams. And one thing that I love about the Unimate is all these clinical studies that have been done on it. I mean, just look at the results from some of these. Increase in strength by 13%, and aerobic, increase by 5% just for single use. The psychological well-being increases by 20% after taking Unimate. Look at these cholesterol numbers. LDL, HDL, triglycerides, they all improve. Even A1C levels drop by 3%. Okay. And these with weight management, we got reductions in waist circumference, hip circumference, and even weight down by almost 5%. I mean, this tea is not just your regular run-of-the-mill tea. It's also not just your regular run-of-the-mill yerba mate. It's Unimate, 375 times stronger than any yerba mate that you might find in the store. All right, is Mr. Lane available to talk to us about the balance? I can't see him on the screen. He did such a good job last time. I want to give him one more time.
Put me off guard.
I'll be ready, man. Come on now.
Gotta be ready.
Yeah,
Come on, Rob.
calling me. Look, I got 5 or 6 customers today calling me. Come on now. And Unicity balance is mixed with water and takes 5 to 10 minutes before meals. It is designed to naturally manage your glucose, cholesterol, and triglyceride levels. It has 4 patent blends. Fiber matrix, which is 8 different strands of fiber. 7 technology, which helps with get rid of unwanted body fat. Cardio matrix, which supports heart health. Vitamins complex. Back to you, John.
All right. Thank you for that. Now, the balance, as we were saying, it is definitely more than just the fiber. I want to show you right here with this slide the difference of what happens to your body without the balance and with the balance. You see, whenever you eat, you're going to get a glucose spike of some sort. Macronutrients of different sources are going to affect your blood sugar differently. Okay, fat, protein won't affect it as much as carbohydrates. So when looking at those carbohydrates, your bread, your starches, your cereals, your granola, and other sweets, definitely, you're going to get a big spike in your glucose levels, which is going to cause your insulin levels to increase. And then all that's followed by a big crash. It's going to make you hungry. Also during this, you cannot burn your fat for fuel because you're always trying to burn off that glucose, okay? You're constantly hungry from all those cravings, and it can cause some irritability, right? But when you take the balance, it coats your stomach. It feeds you good gut bacteria. It slows down the digestion process, and it reduces the glycemic impact that food has on your blood sugar, okay? Which is illustrated in this on the right side of the screen. The insulin spike is very, very low, and you don't have that crash at the end, right? You're able to burn fat a lot easier. It controls your hunger even better, as well as your cravings, and your energy level stays elevated, all right? So that's with the balance versus without the balance. And one thing I want to talk about also is how we do things at this. We have our own dedicated in-house scientists and specialists. There's also third-party certifications, and these organizations that you're looking at, the NSF, the Cologne List, the Informed Choice, these are sports agencies. Okay, professional athletes aren't going to put just anything into their bodies, and they trust these products. Unicity, as Mr. Williams stated earlier, also has 18 different products, 18 natural products located in the physician's desk reference, now known as the prescriber's digital reference. Your doctor can look these up. There's been clinical studies done by leading hospitals and universities on these products. BYU, Cleveland Clinic, UNLV, just to name a few, even the University of Sydney, which is the home of the glycemic index. The Cleveland Clinic even went so far as to say that such a product, if taken regularly, could lower cardiovascular risk on a population basis and potentially decrease the need and or dose of lipid-lowering prescription drugs. I stated earlier that heart disease is the leading cause of death in the world. When I read this, this tells me that if everyone was taking this consistently, regularly, every day, then heart disease would cease to be the leading cause of death in the world. The number of cases of heart disease would diminish just by taking these products. These are the Cleveland Clinic's words, okay? These products are patented, as Mr. Williams stated earlier, and the ingredients are sourced directly from the farmers. Now here's how you take the system. When you start your day, whether it's at morning or at nighttime, you start it by having Unimate. You've already been sleeping hopefully about 8 hours. This is illustrated by the big flame because your body is burning fat, okay? You haven't eaten anything, you're not eating anything while you sleep, so your body has a chance to try to tackle all those high glucose levels, those high insulin levels, and burn off all that fat. But when we get up and go straight to the kitchen for breakfast, that's not long enough of a fast in order for it to be effective. You got to keep it going. That's what the Unimate is for. Okay, it's gonna diminish that hunger, quiet those hunger pains, and give you a lot of energy so that your body remains a fat burning machine. Now, when you are ready to break your fast, you got choices. You can have a balance if your meal is going to have a whole bunch of carbohydrates in it, or you might want to extend your fast, or you might want to have a light meal with a Unimate along with it. That way, that you know how sometimes we say that meal was just enough to piss me off. Have a Unimate with that light meal. Okay, it'll cure all those hunger pains. Now, when you do have your largest meal, and for most people it's at dinner time, take your balance beforehand to keep all those glucose levels low, and then the next day it all starts all over again. Day by day, your glucose and your insulin levels will be even lower. That's how I was able to lose 100 pounds without dieting and without exercising, by getting control of my insulin and my glucose levels. It's simple. It's very, very simple. Not only are you improving your health with these products, but a lot of people have noticed they're improving their wealth. Okay, they're definitely seeing a difference in their pocketbook. Look at some of these comments that have come in. Savings on groceries, $200 a month, $500 a month. No more medications, antidepressants, high blood pressure medication, not even taking insulin shots anymore, all because of these products. There's even comments from CPAs among this list. They're noticing the savings. And if a CPA is going to notice it, hey, you know that you're in the right place. All right. So that's the Feel Great system. 2 very powerful plant-based products that have been scientifically proven to rid your body of insulin resistance. And as I said earlier, if you can get rid of insulin resistance, you can get rid of most health problems. These products are safe for children as well as lactating mothers. And this Feel Great system is unique, unmistakable, and simply impossible to duplicate. All that makes sense to everybody, right? Raise your hand if all that makes sense. You understand everything. With all that being said, I want to go ahead and open the floor up. Let's go ahead and entertain some questions and also share some testimonies. And to all of my partners here, all the distributors online, feel free to take this time to also welcome your guests. We definitely want to give them a proper welcome and get to know them.
Yes, I'd like to welcome Shamika Hall.
Welcome.
Welcome, Shamika. Do you have any questions?
Thank you. No, not right now. I'm just pretty much listening in to see how the program works.
Miss Cynthia, she is doing so well on the products.
Yes.
I know it's definitely you definitely noticed her changes, right? Definitely noticed.
Yes.
What are some of the things
She
that
invited me a couple months ago.
What are some of the things that your first thoughts when you noticed Cynthia's improvements or how she was changing?
How much energy she had. She had a lot of energy. I'm like, okay, what's going on here? She had a lot of energy. She was more happier. I can say that, the product really worked for her and it really boosts up her self-esteem.
Yes.
And the energy level went up versus what she was before.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the things that I noticed, as well as the weight loss as well. But for her to gain her life back, that was like, I was like, wow. Yes.
Yes, indeed. All right. Thanks for sharing that with us. All right. Does anybody else have
sir.
any questions, any testimonies? You want to welcome any new guests?
Well, I'll jump right in, John, and welcome my 2 newest partners, Miss Carolyn Thomas and Barbara Pierce. But I guess I'm going to have to give up one of my guests, Mr. John Thomas. Yeah, Thomas, Carolyn Thomas. Yeah, they're a couple. So I'll give him on over to her so she can bring him on in. How about that? But I just want to welcome my partners and Mr. Thomas. Glad to see you on board. You can claim me or you can claim your wife. I don't care.
All right.
Thank you.
I see my daughter online, Megan Walton down there.
Really? Hey, Megan.
DC. All
Okay,
right, all
sorry.
right.
It's actually not his daughter, Megan. It's Megan's mother, Kim.
Even better.
All right.
Um, you know,
Kim and I
I've
go. Kim
John,
and I
I've
go.
known you.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I've known John since I was about 14 years old, and I'm in my mid 50s now. Um, the the Feel Great system has done amazing things for you, John. You look spectacular. I don't know any other way to say it. You do look spectacular. And I've been interested in the Feel Great system for a couple of years, watching the transformation with John. My question is to all of you people that have the knowledge. I have congestive heart failure, and I am on about 8 or 9 different medications, plus taking injections because I can't take the statins for my cholesterol. They diagnosed me with congestive heart failure in 2014, and it keeps getting worse. Um, I have at least 2 heart attacks a year. I have to carry nitro with me all the time. They say that mine is not, and I went vegan for 2 years and did nothing but juice every meal I had, and still had 100% blockage in my LAD and had to be life flighted to live through it. They say that my condition is hereditary. Will the Feel Great system help with that? If it's something hereditary and it's not just your diet, will it help with hereditary conditions? That's my main question. I don't want to take all these pills every day. I don't want to take these injections all the time. It's expensive. I mean, one injection's over $1,000 a month, and I have to take that one particular medicine. I have to take 2 injections a month. The other one's about 900 a month, and I have to take it weekly.
Oh Lord.
Will this help somebody if it is a genetic condition, or is this strictly because of? No, I don't eat the healthiest. I will say that, because after having the heart attack and being a complete vegan and juicing everything, I gave up on that aspect of it. Um, but will it help genetic conditions? Is my question, I guess.
I see your hand up, Queen Rashida, but I want to pivot to Nurse Crawford. Before you answer, Nurse Crawford, I just want to say this. Like she said, we've known each other since 14. Her daughter is, of course, not my real daughter. We just been that close for that long. So love you, Kim. You know this. You know this. So, Nurse Crawford, please tell her. Please tell her.
So what the system is just helping your body to get nutrients back into the cells, right? It's helping you to reclaim your metabolic flexibility. And all it is your hormones are off balance, your insulin resistance, the cells are blocking any nutrients to get into the cells. So that's where here comes disease that sets up. So I truly feel once you start the Feel Great system, it's going to allow your body to get your hormones back in control, keep your blood glucose, start bringing that insulin level down, allowing the cells to open up to get the nutrients to start repairing and healing from a cellular level. Because when you're fasting and detoxing, your body's going through that process of autophagy, is detoxing, removing, and repairing on a cellular level. So you don't have nothing to lose but to try the Feel Great system. We see and we hear every amazing testimonies like, oh, it helped you with this, it helped with that. I mean, come on, get on the system, try it out. It's all plants and nutrients that you're getting. You're getting phytonutrients to your cells because how the products are made. They're extracted from the plant, the yerba mate, that's going to give you all those key phytonutrients that your cells are lacking. Okay, so the tea helps with cellular detox, repairing, restoring. Your fiber is going to help with your gut. The gut is your immune system. That's your main defense right there is the gut. So when you get the different plant fibers, into your gut from the balance, that's going to start healing in the gut, right? And that's your main defense as well, your defense mechanism to help your body to restore and to heal itself on a cellular level. But the products itself, you have to be consistent with using the products, right?
All right. All right. That do it for you, Kim? And I see that we have a video ready from Coach. You want to go ahead, Coach? You up for it?
Sorry, I didn't know if you was going to use it or not, but I have the video. I can put it up. Why don't you go ahead and take Ms. Rashida's comment real quick, John, and I'll go ahead and I'll render that video here. And so I do have Miss Kim. We do have a video of someone that has a heart transplant on the product, and they're having remarkable success. So I'm gonna show you just a moment here.
Okay, thank you, Coach. Pretty good to lead into the video. I just wanted to say to Ms. Walton that I don't know if she was on the call when we gave the disturbing facts, but one of the disturbing facts is 93% of adults in America are metabolically unhealthy, and heart disease has become the #1 killer in the world. I was on a call last night that said just a few years ago, heart disease wasn't that big of a thing like it is now, killing people. My mother had congestive heart failure. And if these are metabolic illnesses, what I've learned just in the 11 months that I've been on the system is that it will work on whatever is wrong metabolically. And if heart disease and heart problems falls in that category, I believe it will help. We're not doctors. Only Nurse Crawford can speak the way she speaks. But in watching and listening and learning, I'd say, please get on it and try it. Thank you. Coach, thank you.
Alrighty. Let me bring up this video here. And I apologize for it's rendering a little bit slow here, but it's a 2-minute video. But anyone else have a question before I bring this video up, John? I'm so sorry, man. I thought I had it rendered up here. Sorry about that.
No problem. Yes. Does anybody have a question they want to go ahead and put on the floor?
Hey, John, can you take the product with your medication if you're heavily medicated? That was another question that was responded some days ago from a possible customer of mine.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of a question I had too, John. With all the medicines I'm on, if I take this, do I just stop taking my medicine or keep taking my medicine and hope it's going to make a change? I mean, that was a good question.
Yeah, like Coach said, most of us aren't doctors. Only a nurse, and there are some other doctors within the group. These are plant products. They're plants. It's food. Okay, if you can have a Big Mac or Big Mac filet of fish, quarter pound of French fries, I'm showing my age with that one. Then you can have these products. Okay, and still take your medications. That's between you and your doctor. But we have so many testimonies, so many messages, phone calls, and similar testimonies of people talking about, hey, my doctor is lowering my prescription, my dosage. My doctor's taking me off my medications simply because the field grade system is helping me. My body's starting to restore itself.
All right, let's go ahead and try this video here, y'all. You go ahead and record this. Anybody wants to record this? Let me know if you can hear the audio.
Well, I'm going to start. I have the accurate exact date. On April 15th, 2024, my
can't hear it.
Bring the volume up.
Bring the volume.
For 18th, and I had started the product. It was up to a 53. By March 31st, now it's a 67.
Yes.
My A1C is 5.1. I was also told on Friday I buried 2 cousins, and one of my cousins who is somewhat of a health nut, not nut, but a health person. She told me, and they saw my Unicity bottle, and she said, I wasn't going to say anything, but now I can tell you. She said, but your skin was beginning to change. You were darker. But whatever you're doing, since you've been doing it, you look much youthful. And the old Nita, your skin is coming back. And just from hearing you, Coach, say about your skin's changing, I see it. I've seen it. And now, and I'm seeing it on myself. I do put a little concealer on every now and then. You know, that's just a girl thing that we do. We don't want to be shining and etc. And then I had a cousin on Saturday's Zoom yelling and saying, "Cousin Anita, whatever that stuff you gave me, it kept me up all night." Well, my first thought was, oh my God. I thought it was negative because the way she like attacked me forcefully, like with that. Well, she works at, she wants more information. Then the cousin in Philadelphia, she wants information. The two more are all on the Zoom. It turned from the family Zoom to Unimante Unicity. So I said, okay, everybody, I'm going to put my number in the chat and give me a call, and then I will send the information to you. And one cousin, she's very interested. She's away in Turkey right now. However, as I was telling Ms. Crawford, even through it all, the things I'm going through with my husband and etc., and the death and everything that's going on with all of us, I just feel a breakthrough coming, and I'm not speaking on it like in a total financial way, but that way too, but in the health. That if you don't.
So sorry, did it stop?
Yes.
Frozen.
Okay, my goodness, I'm so sorry. The devil is a liar. Sorry, y'all.
Coach, may I jump
Yes.
in? Is that the lady that had the heart transplant?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was getting to the latter part of that video.
Yeah, that's what I missed in that. So
Yeah, well, she's had the heart transplant and also heart attacks. We also have Lorraine Dennis.
Dennis. Yep.
I don't know if she's on the call, but we've also have so many other. Go ahead, Lavanya.
So Miss Anita Wallace, she had a heart transplant probably about 5 years ago, and she is on her immunosuppressant medications. And when she got introduced to the Feel Great system, she was going through stage 3 renal failure, low energy, and just feeling like, now here comes renal failure. Had the heart transplant, now here's renal failure. So she had 1 pack of the Unimate tea, and she noticed how it instantly woke her up and gave her some energy, felt good. She called me, "Oh, I need to try this tea." Got on the tea. She restored her stage 3 renal failure, no longer in stage 3. She was in a low 30, like 38 or 39. Her GFR now, the filtration rate of her kidneys is now up to 67, 61. It kind of fluctuates, but it's nowhere in the low 30s in stage 3. With these products, she's able to use the full Feel Great system without any complication. It has no contraindications with immunosuppressant medications. Why? It's safe. It's listed in the PDR. If you can eat an apple, orange, or banana, these are only nutrients, phytonutrients that you're giving to your cells. I have another member that's had a kidney transplant, a cousin. She uses the Feel Great system, no contraindication. I have family members that's on blood thinners, no contraindications with using the Feel Great system. Okay, so the products are totally safe to use. Children's, lactating moms, even pregnant women can use the Feel Great system, and it's safe. It's listed in the PDR. It has to have that clinical research and data in order to be listed in the PDR. That's the prescriber's digital reference. Okay, if it doesn't have no research, clinical studies, validation, you're not gonna find it in the PDR. And this is the company, Unicity, has over 18 natural products listed in that PDR. It has more products listed in that PDR than any other company in the world.
All right. Do we have any other questions? All right, well, we are about 15 minutes away from the top of the hour. I want to mention this. If you're ready to go on the Feel Great system, definitely get back with the person that invited you. Everyone gets a referral link once you sign up, and that's one of the ways that we use to help to let more people know about these products. We want everyone to receive some sort of financial benefit. even for those of you that do not become distributors. We want to at least save you money on the product. For every person that you refer to the system, you're going to save $10. If you come into the business, then you'll get cash money. Okay, if you want to talk about that, definitely come and join us on Saturdays. But throughout the week, we talk mostly about the health side of the system. And at the top of the hour, our own nurse, Lavanya Crawford, is going to be talking about the system. I want to go ahead and spotlight her to go ahead and give everybody a preview of what we're going to hear.
Yes, so come join us back at 7 p.m. Bring some family members, friends, coworkers, anyone you know that needs to hear this, right? Because people are struggling in pain, aches and pains, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and have no real answer how to get back to better health. These products, by just using them and following the simple steps and use your coach to help you to guide you through what's going on with you, get yourself back to feeling better. And all we can say, it comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. Is 25 people on here. We all have our own individual testimony of how these products have changed our lives. So we have real receipts, real people, how their lives have just truly have been changed by two simple plant-based products that works better than any medication. So come on back at 7 o'clock and hear more from Nurse Crawford, and the whole team will be here to just continue to pour into you, educate you on how the Feel Great system can really, truly help you.
All right, thank you very much. Go ahead and talk about your mega meetup coming up as well.
Okay, so we have a mega meetup coming up, Bakersfield, California, May 24th, and it's going to be at the Hyatt Place at 310 Coffee Road, Bakersfield, California, 93309. So join us. The whole team is going to come down and support from the Bay Area all the way from Southern California, coming down to support the mega meetup right here in Bakersfield, where we can continue to share the information, powerful information in person. There's nothing like an in-person meetup where you can see real people, testimonies, taste the product, try the product to see what flavor suits your palate best, and just learn more about the amazing Feel Great system. And yes, we are looking for those that want to come and collaborate with us just to help get the information out, because we can't do it by ourselves. We're growing, but we want to go at a rapid pace because there's a lot of people that are losing lives because they didn't get in contact with the Feel Great system in time. And so let's try to get out there and get this information to those that's struggling.
All right. Now let's hop all the way over to the other side of the country and talk about the mega meetup coming up at the end of this month also. Ms. Rashida.
Thank you, John. Yes, pretty much the same that Nurse Crawford said. We're trying to get the word out. In the Tri-City area is what we call Columbus, Georgia, Phoenix City, Alabama, and Fort Benning, which covers Georgia and Alabama. Also, I would like to say welcome, Mr. Kelvin Thomas. That's another one I might have to give up, John. That's Carolyn's brother-in-law. But thank you so much for coming on tonight. We have a mega meetup coming on the 24th of May, Saturday, noon until about 2 or 2:30. We'll be at the Public Library on Macon Road. Refreshments will be served. I'll be giving away some cash money on a reloadable card. So tell your friends in our area to please come out and hear this powerful presentation, learn about the Feel Great system, because it works. It works. Thank you.
Thank you. And lastly, before we close, I want to again talk about how we're trying to look for other distributors to help us spread the word about this amazing product. I want to spotlight Catherine White to talk about the business call that we have on every Saturday with Catherine. That's your cue.
You're muted.
You muted. It was giving me another message there, so I was trying to read it. So thank you, John. We talk about the health side, like John just said, and like Coach said, and everybody's been saying throughout the week. But on Saturdays, we talk about the business side, because once you get healthy, we want you to know there's a wealth side to this company and to these tools as well. And you can make the money you can make depends on you and your motivation and your social circle. You can make passive income all the way up to retirement income, all the way up to legacy money. So you set that ceiling. But it's every Saturday at 10 o'clock on the East Coast, 7 a.m. on the West Coast, Mountain and Central's in the middle. Be there by 10, no later than 5 after though. because those doors will lock and you might not get in. But yeah, we get a lot of business strategies, some good tips, some mindset resetting, and just some good strategies to help your franchise. So come join us.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right. As y'all can tell, I'm trying to rush this along. We're on the top of the hour.
No problem.
Kim, definitely call me. Please call me. So if there is nothing else, I want to thank everybody again for joining us tonight. Again, get back with the person that invited you to order the Field Grade System, or to even find out more about the business part of it. I want to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Is there any, my team, am I missing anything? If not,
if someone wanted to buy the system today, what would they have to do?
Get back with the person.
Get back with the person who invited you.
Definitely get back with the person that invited you. If you're ready to buy the system today, get back with the person that invited you. All right. Okay. With all that being said, I want to thank everyone again. And until the next time, y'all go and feel great.
Go and feel great.
Thank you all for coming.
Thank you for coming, Shamika.
Thank you,
Feel
Ms.
great with the
Valerie.
queen.
Thank you.
Mila, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank
See everyone at 7.
If anybody's like hanging around and ready to buy like right now, then I'll give you, maybe 2 or 3.
My leave light won't go off. Come on. I'm trying to get out of here.
Have another call to get on. All right.
There it is. Good night, y'all.